We invite you to stay seated for a special presentation by Dr. Mayaliska and Dr. Sau on behalf of the Fetal Committee.
Good morning. We are up here to present the Fetal Therapy Award. And I usually don't write stuff down when I talk, but I really had to write a few things because I didn't want to miss. So if I pretend that I'm reading it, I'm actually reading it. So I'm actually very honored and happy to be able to present on behalf of the APSA Fetal Committee and the North American Fetal Therapy Network, NAFNet, which is our fetal therapy organization in this country. The award is named after Eric Jellin, and if you don't know Eric was a pediatric and fetal surgeon at Johns Hopkins. He passed in May of 2021 at the young age of 42. Eric is a native of New York City. He grew up and went to school there. He attended Harvard for medical school and UCSF for residency and did his fellowship in DC. He helped build the Johns Hopkins Fetal Center along with another MFM colleague of ours. Eric was one of the few pediatric surgeons that was an NIH-funded researcher. He was the PI of the renal agenesis anhydramnios fetal therapy study, the RAFT study. If you don't know the RAFT study is a multi-center NIH R01 grant that he created and was the PI of, investigating amnio infusion for kids that have, or fetuses with severe anhydramnios. As you know, severe anhydramnios is due to bilateral renal agenesis, ludo, multicystic kidney, and universally is almost fatal due to severe pulmonary hypoplasia. His study demonstrated that maintaining normal amniotic fluid levels through serial amnio infusion actually can reverse that process and produce normal lungs. One of the greatest breakthroughs for those that have participated in the study is actually seeing these kids come out of the womb breathing out room air and really have very little or normal lung capacity. Pretty remarkable. I am certain that Eric would have had a long career as a clinical investigator, as this study really has propagated our neonatologists and our nephrologists to look at neonatal dialysis and long-term follow-up. Eric's enthusiasm and energy for fetal therapy and research was really unmatched. I knew Eric as a resident at UCSF and then as a young investigator in NAFNet, and he was always the one that was the first to volunteer, always wanted to talk about research and what we could do next to move fetal therapy. We created this award in honor of Eric and hope to inspire more pediatric surgeons into fetal therapy and careers as surgeon scientists. We hope it symbolizes the scientific curiosity and the energy and fervor that Eric has as a young investigator. He was a tremendous young pediatric surgeon, and we're very honored to create this award on his behalf. George.
Thank you, Kojin. I just wanted to say a few words. I had the great pleasure of getting to know Eric and his wife, Angie, at our annual international fetal meetings. And I also had the pleasure of working with Eric as a co-editor on a series in fetal surgery. And I will echo everything that Kojin said, but also really highlight, as we were working together on this series, that Eric was always drawn to bold and innovative ideas and was always thinking out of the box and taking on high-risk projects like the RAFT trial. And that series in translational pediatrics was dedicated to Dr. Jellin. So in the spirit of boldness and innovation, the APSA Fetal Therapy Committee selected 3 abstracts from this session, which we thought would represent Eric's legacy. And then we gave that to the NAFNet Fetal Board to pick a winner. And in a moment, Kojin will present the winner of the Eric Jellin Award. And now Dr. Perrone has a few words from his wife, Angie, who was unable to be here today.
Thank you so much. So Angie was really sorry that she couldn't be here today, and she asked me if I would read her words, which I am honored to do so. I'm so sorry that I can't be at APSA today. Eric would be in awe, knowing that he would be honored each year, along with an amazingly talented rising star who receives the Eric B. Jelen NAFNA APSA Award for Best Abstract in Fetal Therapy and Diagnosis. It is really the most amazing gift to Eric and his family. Eric loved the musical Hamilton. Our children knew all of the words to all of the songs, and we took them to see it on Broadway. I often think of the song, Who Lives, Who Dies, Who Tells Your Story? I'm constantly thinking of ways to honor Eric's legacy, and as I read the preface to the award, I was brought to tears, knowing that you are telling Eric's story the way he lived it and the way that he would want it to be told. Angie Jelen.
For those that knew Eric, you'll know that he would have been part of this session. He would have had multiple abstracts on, and he would have been asking 1,000 questions in a highly annoying way. And I'm just kidding. And so on behalf of NAFNet and the APSA Fetal Therapy Committee, we would like to present the inaugural Eric Jelen Fetal Therapy Award to Alicia Eubanks under the direction of Emily Partridge for her work on pumpless ECMO and the study of the normal physiology of that. So, Alicia. As part of the award, she gets a lovely plaque and a small stipend award. Thank you.